There's something undeniably mesmerizing about a day like Trooping the Colour when the air seems thick with history, tradition, and an almost magical energy. The rhythmic thunder of hooves, the gleaming medals, and the fluttering flags are more than just a spectacle. They're a living, breathing connection to a centuries-old heritage. But in 2025, something happened on that fabled day that no one saw coming. It wasn't just the usual royal display, it was something more, something that shifted the very fabric of the monarchy itself. Princess Anne, poised on her spirited steed Noble, took center stage in a way that made history. She wasn't simply riding, she was commanding. With the same effortless authority she's known for, Anne steered her horse with an unshakable calm, even as the noise of 300 musicians and the roar of the crowd threatened to unseat her. It was a perfect moment, a prelude to the seismic announcement. That would change everything. The crowd held its breath. The Coldstream Guards, as they always do, trooped their colour, a cherished tradition marking the official birthday of the British monarch. The moment was laden with symbolism. King Charles, now 76, opted for a carriage procession alongside Queen Camilla, a decision shaped by his ongoing treatment for cancer. Gone were the days of horseback processions, signalling a quiet but poignant shift in the monarchy's rhythm. But behind the scenes, something deeper was at play, and Anne was about to reveal it. As the procession continued, a somber hush fell over Horse Guards parade. It wasn't the usual silence. This one was heavier, grounded in grief. King Charles led a moment of remembrance for the victims of the recent Air India tragedy, a tragedy that claimed 241 lives, including 53 Britons. The royals wore black armbands, the weight of loss hanging over the day's pomp and circumstance. But it was in that silence, amid the crowd's shared sorrow, that Anne made her move. Rising in her stirrups, her voice rang clear and resolute, echoing across the parade grounds. In front of the assembled regiments and millions of viewers at home, she made the announcement that no one had anticipated. "I am honoured to appoint Catherine, Princess of Wales, as Marshal of the Monarch's honour," she declared, her words carrying the weight of both tradition and the monarchy's evolving future. The crowd erupted. For a moment, Catherine, radiant in a cream Amelia Wickstead coat dress, seemed frozen, her eyes wide in surprise. But then, as the roar of approval filled the air, her children, watching from the balcony above, beamed with pride. Even little Prince Louis, in his usual mischievous manner, flashed a grin before skipping over to acknowledge his mother in the most adorably public display of affection. It wasn't just a title, it wasn't just a new position, it was a moment. The dawning of a new era for the royal family. The title of Marshal of the Monarch's honour is more than just ceremonial. It's a masterstroke in royal strategy, one that blends the old with the new in a way that only this family could pull off. It's a role that elevates Catherine to new heights of visibility and influence, one that signals the monarchy's trust in her to represent not just the king, but the very essence of the crown itself. And the timing? It couldn't have been more significant. Just 5 months prior, Catherine had been in the fight of her life, battling cancer. Her strength, resilience, and grace in the face of adversity had already earned her the admiration of millions. Now, as she stepped into this powerful new role, she was not just a symbol of the monarchy, she was its future. The ripple effects of this moment will be felt for years to come. Catherine, the quiet force behind the royal family's stability, is now stepping into the spotlight in a way that will forever change how we view her and how the world views the monarchy itself. It wasn't just an announcement, it was a proclamation of change, of strength, of survival, and of new beginnings. The monarchy had just turned a corner, and Catherine was leading the way. The rise of Catherine's new role is more than just a title, it's a symbol of change, of continuity, and of the monarchy's evolving identity. The 2025 Trooping the Colour was not only a celebration of royal history, but also a statement of the future, and Catherine stood at the very centre of it. As Marshal of the Monarch's honour, her connection to the storied regiments, from the Coldstream Guards 375, years of service to the Irish Guards' unwavering loyalty, couldn't have been more profound. But behind this monumental shift, there were whispers and strategies, and some tension, that made this moment even more compelling. Royal insiders suggest that the idea to elevate Catherine came from Princess Anne herself, a strategic move to solidify Catherine's place as a cornerstone in the slimmed-down monarchy King Charles had envisioned. Anne, known for her no-nonsense approach, saw something in Catherine that most people missed. In her, Anne recognized a leader who could bridge the monarchy's past and future, a woman who had weathered the storm of personal and public scrutiny and come out stronger. Catherine's journey had already earned her admiration from the public, but her battle with cancer, her graceful return to duty, and her quiet strength as a mother made her the perfect candidate for this pivotal role. However, this appointment wasn't without its complications. Sources close to Buckingham Palace reveal that Queen Camilla, the reigning queen consort, wasn't consulted about the decision, something that left her visibly sidelined during the parade. As Catherine took the spotlight, Camilla's position in a secondary carriage felt like a subtle demotion. The optics weren't lost on anyone, sparking rumors of tension within the royal family. Yet even as whispers of discord circulated, Catherine's moment in the sun couldn't be ignored. As the Coldstream Guards marched past, with their colour lowered in respect, Catherine stepped forward. Her salute was sharp, her posture perfect. She looked every bit the leader she had become. The crowd's roar was deafening, but it was King Charles, nodding his approval, and Prince William's proud glance that really spoke volumes. In that fleeting moment, Catherine's transformation was complete. She was no longer the princess under scrutiny. She was now a woman commanding respect, embodying strength, and leading the monarchy's future. The emotions of the day reached their peak when the royal family gathered on the Buckingham Palace balcony for the RAF flypast. The Red Arrows, in their 61st year, painted the sky in a vibrant display of red, white, and blue. But it was Catherine who held the world's attention. Standing at the center, her children by her side, Catherine's wave was elegant, poised, and powerful. Her children, George, Charlotte, and Louise, stood proudly beside her, coordinated in nautical hues that mirrored her own style. Charlotte, in particular, echoed her mother's grace in her Catherine Walker ensemble, a small yet significant nod to their shared elegance, but beyond the pageantry, it was the quiet power of Catherine's presence that resonated. Her new title, as Marshal of the Monarch's honor, was more than just ceremonial. It was a quiet but forceful reminder of the monarchy's shifting focus, and Catherine was at the heart of it. It was a reflection of the public's desire for a royal family that's not just about tradition, but about strength, resilience, and relatability. Catherine's journey, her health battle, her role as a mother, her place within the royal family had endeared her to millions, and now she was ready to lead. However, the path to this moment had not been without its challenges. Queen Camilla's absence from the decision-making process sparked a narrative of tension that threatened to overshadow the day's triumph. Camilla, a woman who has long navigated her position with diplomacy and grace, was reportedly blindsided by the move. The secondary position she held during the parade, in contrast to Catherine's central role, didn't go unnoticed. Royal watchers, while captivated by Catherine's poised transformation, couldn't help but wonder about the subtle power shift unfolding behind the scenes. The heart of Catherine's rise, however, is her relationship with Princess Anne. This was more than just a strategic decision, it was personal. Anne, long known as the monarchy's workhorse, had mentored Catherine through the complex world of royal duty, and their shared love of equestrianism had forged a unique bond. Anne's public decision to name Catherine as Marshal wasn't just a political move. It was an emotional one, rooted in respect and trust. Anne walked over to Catherine during the parade. A simple yet profound moment unfolded. The two women, both strong in their own right, shared a look that spoke volumes about loyalty, about shared purpose, and about the future they were building together. It was a moment of acknowledgement, not just for Catherine's new role, but for the journey she had undertaken and the person she had become. Her eyes glistened as she accepted the honor, a moment that resonated deeply with those who had followed her story. For the public, this moment wasn't just about Catherine's new title. It was a reminder that the monarchy is shaped by human connections, by bonds of loyalty and trust that extend beyond the formalities. Anne's decision to elevate Catherine spoke not only to Catherine's capabilities, but to a shared vision of a monarchy that balances tradition with progress. The Coldstream Guards' precise trooping of their colour served as the perfect backdrop for this historic shift, a symbol of continuity amidst change. Trooping the Colour 2025 will forever be remembered as a turning point, a moment when the monarchy's future became crystal clear. Catherine's role as Marshal is more than just ceremonial. It's a bold statement that the crown is ready to evolve, Her poised salute, her leadership, and the quiet strength she exuded on that day signaled a new royal narrative, one where resilience, relatability, and a commitment to duty are at the forefront. As the day closed, with Catherine standing proudly at the center of it all, her children by her side, and the monarchy's future within reach, it was clear that this wasn't just a triumph of the present. It was the beginning of a new era, one where Catherine, alongside Prince William and their children, will shape the monarchy's next chapter. The way Catherine's children moved with such confident waves and coordinated outfits spoke volumes. Their presence wasn't just about their cuteness. It was a sign that they were already absorbing the royal lessons of duty, grace, and unity. Charlotte's poised demeanor, mirroring her mother's, was a subtle glimpse into a future where the Wales family leads with purpose, strength, and elegance. Catherine is not just shaping her own role in this new monarchy, she's quietly laying the foundation for her children to follow in her footsteps. The heart of this transformation is Princess Anne. With her equestrian skill, commanding presence, and incredible foresight, she shaped a day that will resonate in royal history for years to come. Anne's decision to elevate Catherine wasn't just about honoring a woman who had faced personal trials with such grace. It was a strategic move to prepare the monarchy for a future that balances tradition with progress. By naming Catherine as Marshal of the monarch's honor, Anne solidified her place as the crown's steady hand, ensuring it remains connected to the people while evolving for the modern world. But like all royal moments, this wasn't without its complexities. The whispered tensions surrounding Queen Camilla's sidelined role during the parade added a layer of drama to the day. Camilla's absence from the decision-making process raised questions about her influence within the royal family and whether this marked the beginning of a shift toward the Wales family taking center stage. Even though the whispers are just that, whispers, they remind us that, behind the pageantry, human dynamics are what truly drive change. As the Red Arrow's vibrant trails disappeared into the sky, the crowd slowly began to disperse, but the buzz surrounding Trooping the Colour 2025 was only just beginning. Catherine's appointment as Marshal of the Monarch's Honour has sparked an avalanche of questions. What will her duties entail? How will this role shape the future of the House of Windsor? It's clear that Catherine's position will expand. Her royal responsibilities, especially when it comes to military and ceremonial events. As Colonel of the Irish Guards, she's already a familiar face at regimental functions, but as Marshal, she'll now lead salutes at major events from the King's birthday to the Senate, signaling continuity even as King Charles prioritizes his health. The graceful salute she gave to the Coldstream Guards was just the beginning of what promises to be a new chapter for the monarchy. Of course, it's not just about Catherine. Her children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, are stepping up too. At 11, 10, and 7, they charmed the crowds with their coordinated outfits and confident waves. Charlotte's poise, in particular, reflected her mother's elegance, giving us a glimpse into the future of the royal family. Insiders believe that Catherine and William are preparing their children for public life with a balance of royal duty and a grounded upbringing. George, already attending high-profile events, is being groomed for the future, while Charlotte's quiet confidence hints at a stabilizing role. Even Louis, with his mischievous grin, brings a relatable charm to the family dynamic. Their presence at Trooping the Colour 2025 was a reminder that the monarchy isn't just surviving, it's thriving, and the next generation is ready to take the torch. But what about Camilla? Her secondary position during the parade, coupled with her exclusion from the decision to name Catherine as Marshal, has fueled speculation about her role moving forward. Will she be able to assert her influence in this new royal landscape? Or is this a deliberate shift toward the younger Wales generation? Some argue that Camilla will adapt, focusing on her patronages and supporting King Charles privately as the spotlight shifts away from her. Catherine's appointment as Marshal, though, speaks to a broader evolution of the monarchy. It's a reflection of Princess Anne's vision, a monarchy that's leaner, more dynamic, and more in tune with the people. Catherine's resilience, particularly in light of her cancer remission, has made her a globally relatable and aspirational figure. But what's next? Will she take on more international engagements, representing the crown at military ceremonies abroad? Could this new role inspire a shift in royal traditions, blending the past with a forward-looking vision? The possibilities are endless, and the public is watching intently. For now, the image of Catherine saluting the Coldstream Guards, her cream Amelia Wickstead ensemble catching the sunlight, is etched in the collective memory of all who watched. It was a powerful moment, a testament to her journey from a young woman navigating the complexities of royal life to a leader shaping its future. Princess Anne's trust, the crowd's cheers, and Prince William's proud glance all told the same story. Catherine's transformation was complete, not just as a royal, but as a leader ready to carry the monarchy forward into a new era. What was your favorite moment from Trooping the Colour 2025? Let us know in the comments, and stay tuned for more royal stories that reveal the heart behind the crown.